Okay, we've got your chicken main course. So for this you're going to need to set your oven to 180 degrees C for a fan assisted or 200 for a non-fan. You've got a largish pan of water that's just on a rolling semi-boil simmer. Pan for finishing off your chicken breast just to get the skin nice and crisp, and also there's some spinach in the bag we're going to cook in there. Small pan for your jus, or you can actually just microwave the jus if you find it easier. It's in a microwavable container. And then we've got a tray for putting your potatoes, your maple roasted root veg and your ballotines on into the oven. And then you're going to need obviously 2 plates to plate up, a knife for cutting your chicken, and then we've got a fish slice spatula for taking things off the tray and onto the plate, and also taking things out of the water, and a couple of spoons just to help dish up the sauce, etc. on the plates. So, what we've got in the bag? We have got, there's 2 supremes of chicken which have been vacuum packed cooked. We've got a container containing the maple roasted root vegetables and the potato skins, spinach, and then 2 pots of the ballotine and the jus, and then we've also just got a little piping bag with tarragon oil just to finish each plate to give it a nice visual, but also tarragon and chicken, brilliant combination. So, I'm going to start by putting your veg and ballotines in the oven for 15 minutes. So we'll pop them on the tray first. They're on grease proof, so you should be able to just transfer them straight over. Potatoes, veg, and ballotines. Pop them in and set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, so the running order will be, after 5 minutes, when there's 10 minutes remaining, we'll pop the chicken in the water just to warm it back through. We'll also decant the jus and put it into the saucepan. We'll put it on a very low heat just to slowly cook through. And then when we get down to 3 minutes, we will pop the plates into the oven, and we will also take the chicken out, finish the skin off, spinach, wilt that down, and then we'll bring it all together on the last minute. Okay, 10 minutes on the timer. Pop chicken into your water. Okay, we'll come to 5 minutes on the timer. We're going to put our jus into the pan and slowly warm that through. Put that on a lowish heat just to gently warm it through. We're also going to put our pan on, frying pan on, to heat up for when the chicken comes out. When we do take the chicken out as well, there'll be some juice from the chicken actually in the bag. When we take the chicken breasts out, put them in the pan, we'll add the juice to the jus, to the gravy as well, just to give it a little bit more flavour. Okay, 3 minutes left. So, I'm going to pop the plates in the oven. We're going to take the chicken out. Like I said, you can use scissors or a knife for this. If you use scissors, just cut the top off the chicken. You put your chicken breasts on chopping board and then add the juice to the gravy. In the back. Okay, pan should be nice and hot. And we will put a little bit of oil in the pan. Have the spinach ready as well. And we will add chicken breasts. Put the pan skin side down just to crisp them back up. And we'll also pop the spinach around the outside of the pan just to wilt down. Use a spoon just to move the spinach around, it will cook down. Just check the skin. So it's crisping up nicely and getting a bit of colour. Got a minute left. Just about 30 seconds to get the plates out, and then we'll start plating things up. Move the spinach so it wilts right down. When you've got a nice crisp skin on your chicken, just flip it over. When your jus nice and warm, I'll completely take the heat off it, or just lower it right down. Okay, then you get the plates out. And the timer's gone off. Get your tray out as well now. And you can actually switch everything off. You take your chicken breasts off and put them on your chopping board. And you can start plating. Okay, so in the pan, if you separate your separate your spinach into 2 even piles. And if you lift it onto your plate, at about 10 o'clock, create a nice pile of spinach. Okay, so next to that, we are going to sit your potatoes. We're going to lean the maple roasted veg up against your potato, like so. Ballotine next, just at the tip of the veg. And now we're going to carve the chicken. So we're going to cut each piece of chicken into 4. You see, we're going to slice it on the angle as well. 4 nice pieces. 1, 2, 3 slices. And we'll sit one piece as a base, and then we'll fan the rest on top, like so. There's a base on top of the spinach. Chicken fanned out. Next we're going to put the jus on. We're going to sit this over the chicken into the middle of the plate, and then run it round the outside. finally we're going to finish that with some of the tarragon oil. So with a knife or scissors, just snip the end up and then just run it around the outside of the plate. Beautiful. Okay, so there we have a Suprema chicken, ballotine chicken stuffed with wild mushrooms. We have potato stuffed with smoked bacon and caramelised onion, maple roasted root vegetables with wrapped in leek. Then we've got the chicken jus, and to finish it we've just got a tarragon oil around the outside.